On January 12, 2012, Needham Rotarians lost their beloved member, Robert Day. As a longtime Rotary member and former president of Needham Cooperative Bank, Day left his mark on the community in a variety of ways. Natalie Guthrie explains.
When former president of Needham Bank passed away earlier this year, the 100-year-old left behind friends, family, and the admiration of the Needham Rotary Club. Heads were bowed at a recent Rotary Club luncheon while the group remembered an old friend.
We especially give thanks for Bob Day. We give you thanks for the life that you gave him, nurtured him, and have now called him back to you to a peace that passes all understanding. May his ideals, his commitments, and what he stood for be passed on not only to his family, but to all his friends in the wider community.
A member of the Needham Rotary Club for over 60 years, Bob Day had 56 years of perfect attendance. Day was a lifelong resident of Needham and a graduate of Needham High School, class of 1928. He was also instrumental in helping to create the fabric of Needham as he watched it transform over the years.
When I think of Bob Day, I think of that local situation too, because he was, like me, very interested in the Needham community.
Many people would say, you know, his hands were so big and so strong that they could really support the community, but it wasn't his hands, folks, it was his heart. That's what supported his community. Rick Davis just told me earlier today, you know, Bob Day knew his customers, and I said, from every indication, it seemed like Bob Day loved his customers.
These folks would tell you this is a man who was at the office at 7 o'clock in the morning, probably earlier most days, and most likely the last guy out of the building in the afternoon. He knew the people he lent money to. He knew the properties they were buying. It was a day that unfortunately in many places doesn't exist anymore, but we as a community had the benefit of having Bob in this community for so many years.
In honor of Bob, his son Bill was presented with a letter from the current Rotary International president, Dr. Kalen Banerjee, celebrating his accomplishments to the club over the past 60 years. In addition, State Representative Denise Garlick presented Day's family with a citation from the state legislature.
I want to say thank you very much to Rotary. Yeah, it was a big part of my dad's life, and he never missed a meeting. I can remember if I was homesick from school on a Tuesday, he'd be out the door it was still a lunch meeting back then. And when I worked in the painting company, he'd always leave in his work clothes and come to the meetings. Yeah, he liked to give back to the town. He loved being a part of an organization that really gives back to the town. So, you guys.
For the Needham Channel News, I'm Natalie Guthrie.